Boy, am I lucky and blessed to be one of the very first to welcome you to Belmont Nursery. My name is John Kennedy, and I'm going to be walking through each of the steps that are necessary for you to be able to become successful starting day one. We have what's called an onboarding video that gives you all the steps that you need to know about our vision, our values, our mission, how we do things here so you can be successful right out of the gate. Similar to plants, we want to plant them right and get them rooted, water, fertilize, sun. We want to do the very same for you as well. So right out of the gate, welcome to Belmont Nursery. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce you to the owner of Belmont Nursery, John Realhorn.
Welcome to Belmont Nursery. We're glad you're here. You're going to join a staff of capable, motivated people that are passionate about what they do. It's enjoyable every morning for me to be able to walk the fields, engage with the staff, learn their techniques, teach them new techniques, turn out a product that improves the quality of life for our customers. It's a good place to work. It's a place that you come to work every day and look forward to coming to work every day. Welcome to Belmont Nursery.
Well, thank you so much, John, for that warm introduction. And he is absolutely approachable. When you see John walking the property, I would never want you to think that he's looking over your shoulder, but I'd like you to think that he's looking to make sure that you are safe and to make sure that he's approachable for you to ask any questions. We offer that you should be intellectually curious. You should always be comfortable to ask, why do we do this? And this onboarding video is going to discuss our why. But before we get there, I'd like to talk about Belmont by the numbers, is what we call it. Let's go back to 1943. There's a good number to start with. In 1943, the Palmer family founded Belmont Nursery as it is today. As we now see it, there are three different locations. We have Joe's Yard that represents 10 acres. We also have the Henderson Yard, which represents 10 acres. And here, another 10 acres at our retail facility. We have a garden center here and a growing facility at this particular location. So wherever you end up at one of those three, it represents over 30 acres of opportunity for us to be able to provide for our customers. In those 30 acres, we grow over 400,000 different items, including 5,000 fruit trees, 6,000 poinsettias. We have 15,000 shade trees. We have 18,000 roses. We have 50,000 shrubs. We have 200,000 perennial flowers. As you can see, we grow a lot, but the thing that we grow the most are our people. And that now includes you. 35,000 square feet of growing space is important, but what's most important is the number one, and that number one is you. You're part of that. So wherever you end up, whether it's at Joe's Yard or Henderson or here in the retail location, you are as equally important to the connection to the customer as anyone. We're all here to do one thing, that's to grow plants and sell them. We're gonna talk as we go through this video about our mission, our vision, our values, and what it's going to take for you to be successful, as I stated earlier, starting day one. So once again, my privilege and honor to welcome you to Belmont Nursery. Picking up where we left off with by the numbers, I've got another number I want to introduce you to, and that's the number 3. Because any successful business has to embrace these 3 key components for them to be successful. And the first component is vision. A vision directs an organization. The second are called values, core values. What do we believe in? What do we espouse each and every day here on the job site? Our values guide an organization. And then the third is mission. So those 3 are vision, which directs us, values that guide us, and mission, and that directs us. Let's start at the top with vision. Our vision here at Belmont Nursery is to be the premier plant provider in our region. We want to make sure that we are the very best in our own backyard, and that backyard is the Central Valley here in California. So not only are we a premier plant grower, which we are, we're a plant provider, which is important for you to understand. Not all plants that we sell are grown here. We do bring in some other plants that we're able to provide to our customers, our garden centers, our homeowners, for them to be able to have their yards look successful as well. So to be the premier plant provider in our region is our compass, our true north. It's our vision. Welcome to the vision of Belmont Nursery. Next up is vitally important, and those are our core values, and values guide an organization. We have 8 core values here at Belmont Nursery, the first of which is passion, the second, perseverance, the third, respect, the fourth, resourceful, the fifth is intentional, the sixth, innovative, the seventh is compassion, and the eighth, very important, laughter. We want to make sure that we're having fun. Let's start up at the top with passion. Right out of the gate, watching this onboarding video, we're going to ask of you to bring your most passionate self here to your job each and every day. Passionate about plants, passionate about people, passionate about the work, passionate about the team, passionate about you. That drives people to be successful in any aspect of life. So when you show up to work each and every day, reach down deep in your pocket and dig for that passion. Bring it here each and every day. Without passion, it just becomes a job. And this isn't a job here. This is a career here. And we're super glad you've joined the team. Our next core value is perseverance. Perseverance means that no matter what, under any circumstance, under any challenge, under any headwind, we lean in, we close strong, we work hard, and we finish strong as well. Perseverance is under no circumstances do we ever quit, and that's a lot to ask of somebody. That's why this onboarding video is being created, to allow you to know what expectations that we have here at Belmont and what expectations we have of you as you're now joining this team. So far, we've spoken about passion, bring it. But now, perseverance. Deliver perseverance on a daily basis, no matter if it's a drought, a hot day, an economic downturn, whatever is thrown our way, we as a team, as an equipo, we persevere. So perseverance is vital for our success moving through the next 80 years of Belmont Nursery. Now, for us to be able to have a deeper understanding of perseverance, we've invited August to give us his perspective of what perseverance means to him working here at Belmont Nursery.
The value that speaks most to me is going to be perseverance, mostly because through life there's always certain things that just happen. You have, some hard customers or some people that you might not necessarily get along with. So, being able to figure out ways to keep going through that, despite the fact that you may not want to, has always been something that I've lived my life doing. So not just through work, but also through personal issues and things, you always have to keep moving forward.
Continuing with our core values, we now move to respect. Boy, I could spend 30 minutes talking about the importance of respect. I teach a course called Respect Level Leadership, where you can't expect by having a relationship with your employees, they automatically respect you. That has to be earned when it comes to leadership. Respect for your team members, respect for the equipment that we use, respect for nature, respect for our families, respect for our customers, respect for ourselves. So as you show up to work, let passion lead the way, and let's make sure that we have respect for all elements of working here at Belmont Nursery. In order to go a little deeper about the importance of respect, we've invited Jeannie to give her take and perspective on the importance of respect.
I think it's number one important to have respect for our customers. They are the reason we do what we do, and they are preeminent. Also respect for our coworkers. I've worked here for a lot of years now, and I have excellent coworkers, and we respect enough of each other to make sure that we keep each other in the loop, that we communicate, that we help each other look like heroes to our customers. And we want that kind of seamless operation, and it takes respect to develop that.
As we continue with our discussion about core values, our next core value is resourceful. Resourceful, simply put, doing the best you can with what you have. We do not have every single tool that is needed in order to be successful here. Any business doesn't have all tools needed. Oftentimes, you got to make the best with what you got. So be resourceful means utilizing and thinking on your feet and critical thinking and problem solving, or leaning on a team member to say, hey, I've got this challenge. What do you think we should do? So resourcefulness is not only relating to tools, but it's also relating to your team members. Be resourceful in problem solving. And in order for us to talk more about resourceful, we've invited Chris to give you his take on what he feels is the importance of resourceful in regards to our core values.
The core value that speaks to me the most in my days is being resourceful. Being resourceful means overcoming all the hurdles that we take on day by day. It changes day to day, and just getting through productively.
Resourceful is one great core value, but the cousin of resourceful is innovative, another core value. And it's important to take a stronger look at innovation and being innovative, because there's a difference between being creative and being innovative. Innovative is doing something new, different, that no one has ever done before. That's the challenge. How do we innovate and come up with new solutions to challenges that we may not have even known that we had? Being creative, the cousin of innovation, is saying what we've done, taking a look at it, and improving upon the process. So let's not be too confused about the difference between being creative, which is improving upon what we've done, valuable and important. We challenge you to be innovative. Do something completely new, completely different that's never been done before, and change the world. Another core value we'd like to introduce you to is the core value of intentional. Intentional means with purpose. Nothing here at Belmont Nursery is done in a vacuum. Nothing is done without planning, preparation, and intention. Behind me, you'll see some trials that we're propagating here in the greenhouse. And these are going to be able to determine from here, when we place them out into the ground, how are they going to fare? And if they fare well, then we'll introduce them as a new variety. So trialing, testing, preparing, planning are all elements of our core value of intentional. Our next core value that we're going to look at is the value of compassion. Compassion. We've spoken about passion. That's what you bring when it comes to plants and people, but compassion is different altogether. It actually speaks more to your heart. How do you feel about serving others, our customers, our team members, and yourself? A compassionate heart is forgiving. A compassionate heart is understanding. A compassionate heart is serving. So we ask that you bring your compassionate heart and serve your team members as well as our customers. Compassion is a vital and very important core value here at Belmont Nursery. To speak more about compassion or compasión is my good friend David.
Para mí los valores más grandes aquí son, primero, respeto a la compañía y pasión por lo que hago, a mi trabajo. Por ejemplo, para mí, tener compasión es como ayudar a mis compañeros a hacer su trabajo más fácil, todo el tiempo. Ayudarlos en lo más que puedo. Si tienen algunas preguntas, ayudarlos lo más rápido que se pueda.
So each of those 7 values that we've covered up until now are vitally important. And to some degree, you could probably make the case fairly serious. However, what we never want to do is lose sight of the fact that it should be fun where you work. We don't want this to be a heavy lift each and every day. We want you to enjoy your days at Belmont Nursery. So our final core value is laughter. Laughter. Have fun. There's a lot of things to do that you could have a good time doing it with a great team who likes to laugh, as well as learn and do the other things to run a successful nursery, as well as a successful garden center. So if you're looking for seriousness, yes, it's important. We want to be safe in the work that we do, but not at the expense of fun. Let's have fun, laugh it up, enjoy your days and your time here at Belmont Nursery. In order to speak a little bit more about the importance of laughter is my good friend Lauren, who enjoys each and every day with a wonderful smile.
The core value that speaks best to me working here at Belmont Nursery has to be laughter. It's something that I take pride in every day, making sure that I come to work with a smile on my face and going out of my way to make sure that other employees have a good time while they're working. Obviously, there is a time to laugh and a time to play, but a time to be serious. But I do like to make it a little lighthearted here, so it makes the employees a little bit more relaxed around us, and it's just fun. It's fun to have fun at work.
So far, we've spoken about our vision, and that directs us. We've also spoken about our core values, and those guide us. The third element of a successful business is a mission. And a mission drives us. And our mission here at Belmont Nursery is we grow plants and we sell them. It is as simple as that. We grow plants and then we sell them. Now, as simple as that sounds, it's actually incredibly complicated. And as you come on board, or as you are now returning to Belmont from other jobs that you may have had previously, we wanted you to know that you play an integral part in that process each and every step along the way. Every plant making sure that it has the quality control that's necessary. We can all do that. Every job is my job when it comes to plant quality and control. So when we have them grown perfectly, and we'll speak more to that a little bit later in this onboarding video, the next step is that we want to make sure that we sell them as well. A nursery could grow great plant material, but if you're not selling what you grow, you're actually not going to be profitable, successful, or in business too long. We've been in business for over 80 years, so we've been doing this pretty well for quite some time. So our job, whichever part you play here at the Joe's Yard or at Henderson or at the retail place, no matter what, lean in and understand what part you play, not only in the growing of the plant material that we provide to the greater area here in the Central Valley, but we also are part of the selling process too. It's tough to sell something that's not grown right. So when you think I'm not really a salesperson, absolutely everybody's involved when it comes to sales as well. So we have our vision, check. We have our core values, check. And our mission that drives us is we grow our plants and we sell them. And that's what part you play each and every day when you show up here at Belmont Nursery. Once again, and I'll repeat this many more times, welcome aboard the team. Well, so far we've spoken about our vision, and that directs us. We've talked about our core values, they guide us. And we just spoke about our mission, that drives us. We grow plants and we sell them. And I made mention about the importance of a particular thing that customers are looking for these days than any other time when it comes to the exchange of commerce in a retail or a corporate environment. And that is expectations. Customers have unique and different expectations these days. There are 4. May I suggest that you grab a pen and a piece of paper, because the next roughly 10 minutes are going to be a deep dive into what drives a successful business beyond vision, values, and mission. First of all, understandably, we serve the needs of the customer. We grow plants and we sell them to our customers, whether they are retail customers or contractors or homeowners. That's what we do here. And there are 4 basic expectations that our customers have from Belmont. 1, they want a perfect product. They want it perfect. They're not willing to sacrifice for B or C quality material. They expect it to be perfect. And our job, including you now here belonging to our team, is to ensure that every plant, every item, everything that we offer and sell here is as perfect as we can possibly make it. We'll talk a little bit later about consistency as what drives customer experience, but let's first start with perfection. On the way to consistency is perfection. The second thing that our customers look for after a perfect product is delivered in a timely way. The patience of a customer these days has been changed dramatically as Amazon boarded themselves onto the culture of the world. Everybody now can order something and have it delivered overnight. I mean, it started, if you think about it, way back in the microwave days. We have to bake something in the oven. Now you can push a button and it gets to come to you quicker. So the speed in which people are expecting things to happen has never been quicker. They expect a timely experience, unfortunately pressured by the technology, as well as, to some degree, the elephant in the room, Amazon. Point might be that a customer is able to order something one day, have it shipped the next, but here we are at Belmont, they're ordering for us to have something shipped to them across town, and it might take us an extra day or two to get that. So the expectation of timeliness, we're addressing each and every day. A perfect product delivered in a timely way by caring, friendly people. As we've spoken about in our core values, respect, compassion, all of those play into our ability to care and serve the needs of our customer, because they are the reason why we do what we do. In fact, they're the reason why we get paid. Your paycheck is brought to you not by John Realhorn or Belmont Nursery. Your paycheck is brought to you by your customers who buy our items. And the expectations that they're looking for are different than they've ever been before. Last but not least is world-class problem solving, meaning that on occasion, things might not go right. We hope that they don't, but we know that they will on occasion not go right. World-class problem solving quickly means that if there's an issue, fix it quick. Whatever the issue, fix it quick. They're looking for somebody to make a decision to make it right. So, a perfect product delivered in a timely way by caring, friendly people, and if it ain't right, fix it quick. Those are the four basic expectations that our customers are looking for us to deliver to them on a consistent basis here at Belmont Nursery. In your group space, which we'll talk a little bit more in our next part of our series, our group space is a digital platform to communicate all issues relating to Belmont Nursery. Everything you need to know about HR, organization, training, and whatnot are all found in one area called the Belmont Group Space. Inside of Group Space is a whole training program on the customer experience. And we go into great detail about dealing with those difficult customers, those different customers that have expectations that are above and beyond, and how do we deliver world-class problem solving to them on a consistent basis. So ensure after you're watching this onboarding video that you're finding your way over to Group Space, and there are other training videos that you could watch as well to help you deliver a perfect product in a timely way by caring, friendly people, and if it doesn't go right, fix it quick. Those are the four key expectations that customers have from us. And as we pick up around the corner on the next video series, we're going to talk about the 4 steps of creating a world-class culture. I'll see you around the corner. We are in what I refer to as a lesson in 4s. The first lesson in 4s was the customer's expectations. The next lesson in 4s are the 4 steps to take in order to drive a world-class culture. Culture is important. Culture by nature is the way that we do things. Oftentimes when an employee shows up to work on the first day, the expectation or assumption is, boy, I guess you guys have been always doing it this way. Well, quite frankly, it's been an effort. It's been change by design. Change by design means that there's intention. One of our core values, intentional. Strategic planning, we've done that. So we've created a culture with purpose and intention, and I want to introduce you to what those 4 steps are to get there. I just mentioned change by design, but there's another type of change called change by crises. And that's usually when cultures start to change, when a crisis occur. The first step in changing a culture is called an event. An event would be an example of an injury on the job. Right there and then, we realize, wow, we need to be cautious. We need to make sure we have a culture of safety. We need to put protocols in place and ensure that we're holding folks accountable to work and be safe. So an event is that change by crises that occurs to begin the change that's necessary. The next part of changing a culture is called behavior. A behavioral change. So at work, if we have an event like a safety issue, hope that's not the case, but if somebody gets injured, we then go through the protocols and train up to ensure that we can have the changes that are necessary behaviorally. So now our behaviors change. However, unfortunately, human nature kicks in, and behavioral change only lasts for a certain period of time. As an example, a heart attack for a male. First heart attack on average happens at the age of 51. That's an event. Then they change their behavior. They start walking and exercising and eating right and spending more time with their kids and changing their lifestyle. Those changes happen, but they only happen for a short period of time, usually within 5 years or less. A man or a woman goes back to the way that they were. By human nature, we like the comfort of the way that we've been, and oftentimes we don't hold on to behavioral changes. We go back. The only way to make change occur long lasting is the third step in creating a culture, and that's called systems. So here at Belmont Nursery, you're going to learn all about the systems that we've put into place in order to measure, hold people accountable, communicate, produce, track, excite, and quite frankly, celebrate the successes that are happening here each and every day at Belmont Nursery. So an event changes the way people think, their behaviors start to change short term, but unless there are systems in place, culture doesn't happen. It doesn't stick. You don't get what we call traction. So, what's the culture here at Belmont Nursery? It's a great question. It's a culture of accountability. It's a culture of measurement. It's a culture of engagement. It's a culture of communication. And it's a culture in which we celebrate. So, welcome to the culture of Belmont Nurseries. Those are the 4 steps in creating a world-class culture. And those descriptions that I just gave you are from something that we institute here called the Great Game of Business. The Great Game of Business is a system that we've put into place in order to engage, communicate, encourage, and measure our success here at Belmont. It's predicated on a book called The Great Game of Business by a gentleman named Jack Stack. And for the most part, all it is, it's measuring success. If I can't measure something, I can't manage it. If I can't inspect something, I can't expect something. So as you join on to a department or a team, you'll be informed about what are called mini games. Mini games are short, little opportunities for us to take a chance to improve on an area, whether it's production or our 5-star service standards for our retail environment. It can be our average transaction of what customers buy from us. It can be the reduction in the number of hours in which we work that are overtime related. Honestly, we've got so many mini games to share with you, all predicated on one key element, and that's improvement. If better is possible, then good isn't enough. And we're always trying to get better. And we're going to ask you, as you join our team, to give us your ideas, your insights, your thoughts or innovations on how we can improve. Because if you have an idea that can make it better, we want to know about it. In fact, inside of Group Space, there's an area called the Inspiration Wall. If you feel that you have an idea that's going to improve or enhance our culture of delivering a world-class customer experience, we want to know about it. Go to Group Space, go to the Inspiration Wall, write your idea, and that'll be submitted, and each month we'll take a look at which idea has the best traction, the best way for us to improve. And if yours is the idea, then we'll celebrate that. So our culture, measurement, engagement, encouragement, communication, celebration, and lastly, based on the Great Game of Business, is play to win. We're here to win. We want to make sure that everybody's leaning in, focused on success. And as you now are joining our team, we ask for you to show up ready to play to win. Once again, as always, welcome to Belmont Nursery. Well, as we finish up on this onboarding video, firstly, as we've said many times already, welcome to Belmont Nursery. Now, what we've gone through with vision, values, mission, what our customers expect, all of those pieces should all be put together for one great reason, and that's to deliver an exceptional customer experience. That's what it's all about. How do we serve the needs of the customer on a consistent basis each and every day? And that takes all of us, because it only takes one person to make that not work. And let's just make sure that that one person isn't you. I want you to be the person that's going to step up and lead and lean in and make a difference each and every day when you show up with our core values, passion leading the way. Now, there are 6 steps to driving an exceptional customer experience, and the first is called creating a culture of ownership. We've already spoken about culture. The 4 steps are involved in that, but a culture of ownership means I take ownership of my job. Whatever it is that I'm required to do, I'm going to focus on that, while at the same time ensuring I'm a great team member and helping other people out as well. So step 1, create a culture of ownership. Step 2, we set standards. Standards like a 5-star service standards at the retail environment. You'll get a handle on seeing that soon enough. Standards when it comes to protocol for growing our flowers, trees, and shrubs. Standards when it comes to all of the activities and procedures to run a successful growing operation and retail operation as well. So we want to create a culture of ownership, set standards, then we want to deliver on those standards. You don't just set them and not do them, you got to set them and then do them. So set the standards, deliver the standards, and then measure those standards. You'll find, as we spoke about earlier with the great game of business, measurement is a key part of Belmont Nursery, measurement and accountability. So we want to make sure we create a culture of ownership, set standards, we want to deliver those standards, we want to measure them, and you'll get reports on your measurement each and every week with our great game of business. Next up, remove barriers. Barriers typically come in 2 particular styles or types. There's the people side of the equation. That's a barrier that we have to overcome. And then there's the process side. People, for the most part, are you. Complicated as they come. Communicative sometimes, but not always. Difficult to work with? On occasion, hopefully not. But the people barrier is the most challenging part of any workplace. So we ask that you be a team member. We ask that you give your best. We ask that you don't become a barrier to the success of the organization. The other barrier are process side barriers. A barrier of process would be, how do we load these onto a truck? Is there an efficient way to do that? How do we, if there's a long line at the garden center, how do we make sure that we can efficiently make our customer experience go quickly? And those, once we remove those barriers in step 5, we can then arrive at the final outcome, which is delivering an exceptional customer experience. But there's one word that separates a good company from a great company, and that word is consistency. Consistency. It's not just one time, it's every time that we bring game and deliver an exceptional customer service experience consistently. I want to make sure if I go to a restaurant and it's a good experience, that that's what I should expect every time. If I go to a restaurant the second time and it's not such a good experience, it makes me wonder, which is the true you? Was it the first one that was a good experience, or was it the second one that wasn't? And do I want to risk my time, and do I want to risk my money to find out by giving you a third try? So we drive consistency on a daily basis here at Belmont Nursery. That's the key to successful business, is to be consistent in your service, in your experience, in your procedures, in your teamwork, in your communication, quite frankly, in everything. So driving a consistent customer experience is what this entire onboarding video sets yourself up for, to be successful day 1 here at Belmont Nursery. As I started and peppered throughout the video, and I'll end with you as well, it is my joy and pleasure to welcome you to Belmont Nursery, and I'd like to turn it over to John Realhorn, our owner, yet again, to be able to make some final thoughts and comments relating to you being here. I'm John. I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thanks, John. Thanks for the message you gave us, just reviewing our company values about how important they are to us and how they make us a better company. Thanks for tying that all together. You're an important part of our team. Two things I'd like to tell every employee when they come to work. If your company values are similar to ours, and if you can do these two things, things work out pretty well. If you can be to work on time, put your lunch away, greet the other employees, be ready for your morning huddle, that's an important part of our business. The other thing is if you can give us your best effort. Some people are plotters, that's me. Some people are sprinters, we love sprinters. But whatever that is, give us your best effort, things will work out fine. So welcome to Belmont Nursery. We look forward to working with you. This is a good place to work. We make a difference in our community, and that's why we come to work every day.